head football coach Mark Shields down in Bar Harbor. The last coaches show was so riveting that Elias Burns has decided not to join us again. Something, I don't know, must have come up, or I believe it was on his calendar, but guess not. So, Coach, talk to us about the week. How has things going? How have they been going? And gearing up for a home game Friday night against Mount Ararat Eagles.
Yeah, we have actually had a really good week of practice. Um, the kids working extremely hard. I think last week we talked about this on the show, but Coach Byrne, that Marine, he started to incorporate a little extra cardiovascular activities during practice. So before we go to team defense, the whole team runs a hill. Before we go to team offense, the whole team runs a hill. At the end of practice, we're doing what's called perfect 40s many days, where the kids, they get in their three-point stance. The quarterback, Ripley Hawkins, will say the cadence. And if they don't jump off sides or false start, then that counts as a good one. And we're trying to get 5 of those. Well, as you know, that sometimes we get confused and we jump on 1 instead of 2.
Yeah.
So we have to run that one over again. So yeah, the kids they've had a really good week of practice, and they've worked extremely hard.
What you've got to do is make it so that, if everybody does it 5 times correctly, then they don't have to run, but then Ripley has to run, because you want your quarterback to be working on that hard snap and trying to draw your opponent offside.
Yeah, good point. I'll talk to Ripley. I'm sure the kids will really appreciate that Chris Popper brought that up, and that's what we should be focused on, is trying to actually make them false start so they can run more. Uh, I will say, Coach Byrne, he typically runs the hills with the players. So kudos to him. Coach,
well, you used to do that when you were his
right.
age.
Thank you, Chris, for bringing that up. Yeah, no, back in the day, I jumped all the bags, ran all the hills. But, once again, we talked about this on the show. I had that neck surgery about 6 years ago, and my doctor specifically said I shouldn't be doing a lot of that stuff. So as much as I'd like to be running the hill and jumping the bags, I don't, because it's doctor's orders.
Yes. And you have that doctor's note pasted into your office under a glass frame that you can whip out and show whenever needed. Yes, I know. Good for you. Uh, so what do we know about the Mount Ararat Eagles? They come in 2-1, MDI 2-1. This is an important week in week 4. Halfway through.
Yeah, just like that. No doubt. I talked to the kids just last night about, if you can compete with a team like Mount Ararat, if you could beat a team like Mount Ararat, that's going to show us where we really are in the state as far as large school 8-man football. And, they're going to be tough. They're a real physical football team. They pride themselves on being a physical football team. They have some big, strong kids up front on their offensive and defensive line. They have a solid quarterback, and then they have some big, strong backs behind that quarterback. So they're going to be a handful, no doubt about it. They're going to be a tough opponent. For us, it's like any team. I mean, you're looking to get better each week. I mean, everybody's trying to work towards the playoffs, and here we are halfway through the regular season. So it'll be, a good measuring stick to see where we are from day one to now. I feel like we definitely have made some gains, and there's definitely a lot of things we need to get better at. So we hope we have a good showing, and we're going to give them everything we have.
Nice to have the Eagles come to Bar Harbor, because if I recall, I want to say it's going to be a good 2.5 hours from Topsom to the island, or from the island to Topsom. So it's kind of nice to have those teams have to make the trip after we've done some traveling.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would say by car, it's maybe 20, 25 minutes south of Augusta. So by bus, you're talking 2 hours and 45 minutes, depending on traffic, sometimes 3 hours, depending on traffic getting on the island. So, yeah, I'm glad they're traveling to us and we're not traveling to Topsom, Maine.
Tonight we're taping this on Thursday. You're going to have the team dinner. Remind me again where you have. It's
Bella Vita.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
could be a yummy dinner.
Yeah. So tonight, the weather is going to be poor this afternoon. So I reached out to Michael, one of the volleyball coaches, and he's offered up half the gym to us, which is really nice. Michael Curry, there we go.
Yes.
And so we're going to spend an hour in the gym running through our defense, running through our offense, reviewing our special teams. We knew it was going to be poor weather tonight, so we went through all our special teams yesterday being Wednesday, which isn't typical, right? We normally do it Thursday night. And we went through like our 2-minute offense, all the stuff we typically would do on a Thursday. We incorporated that in our practice on a Wednesday, knowing that we were going to be in the gym. So we'll be in the gym for an hour, and then we're going to go to a classroom with the players, and we're going to look at film on Mount Ararat for roughly 45 minutes. And then, dinner's at 5 o'clock, and Sherry Olson and the crew will be ready to go. I'm sitting in my office right now, and there's cakes in here and brownies, and I haven't touched any of it, of course, because my wife said that we're getting better with our diet. No baked cookies, never touched them. So so anyway, yes, it will be a big feast tonight, and then Friday tomorrow, get ready to roll.
It's nice to be home, and it's that special feel that throughout the school. Kids in their jerseys and the buzz about the pep band being out there, and weather tomorrow night is supposed to be good, and that field probably could stand a good couple inches of rain without it being impacted at all. I mean, as dry as it's been.
Yeah, no doubt. It looks like, if you can believe Todd Simcox on WABI, and he's my guy, it looks like maybe we'll get 1.5 to 2 inches down here. I think we're going to get the heaviest here down east, so that's good. So yeah, it's been a fun week because both soccer teams played up to Ellsworth this week, so there was a buzz around that. The girls played Wednesday, boys played Tuesday. Boys are supposed to play at John Baptist today, depending on the weather. So there's been, big buzz. Volleyball's had some big games this week, and then cross-country course. So all the teams, it's a big week for all the teams, and you're right. There's just a different feel in the building when there's a home football game. I think kids get excited about it, something to look forward to that night, things, something for them to do. And so, yeah, it'll be fun, it'll be exciting, and hopefully we have a big crowd.
A game with the Red Sox, hopefully by this time tomorrow in the playoffs. The game will be online. We'll have the game at WDEA Internet Radio on our free downloadable app, sponsored by First National Bank, and on any Alexa-enabled device. But it's a chance for people to get out, root on the Trojans, and if they can't make it, they can either watch it on the huddle, the MDI huddle, high school huddle, which has my voice on it, or listen online as well. So should be a fun game. The weather going to be nice tomorrow night, and actually a little bit warmer tomorrow in the 70s. So it won't be. Dan Vibert won't have to break out his his long pants yet, and we'll be able to. I think you even wore shorts at Colby the entire game, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I toughed it out. I haven't broken into the pants yet, Chris. So we'll see what it looks like tomorrow night, but I'll keep fighting it.
It's going to come too fast, and then we'll be all in parkas before we know it.
Yes.
So we want to avoid that. All right, Coach, best of luck. We'll see you down on the island tomorrow. As always, thanks so much for taking your time out of your huge busy school day to do this. And again, we want to thank Allen Insurance and Financial, who are the sponsors of the Coaches Show. See you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Chris.